We undertook an initiative for the Getting to Know You, Getting to Know Me. And it's a documentation where we find out initially on admission about not only the patient but about the carer. And the nurse sits down with them and works through the questions, because often very small things can make a big difference. And when you're in a strange environment, it can be a bit scary, but it's particularly difficult for people with dementia. So what we were looking to do was to start that therapeutic relationship right at the very beginning and ensure that we were giving holistic care to our patient, that it was what they wanted that we were looking at, not what fitted out in with organisational need. In acute care, the patient is going to be with us for a very short period of time, and it's a very busy setting and it's frightening for them. So having that knowledge means that we can quickly put them at their ears from the minute they come into the hospital, and it makes the journey much easier for them.
In my ward, we had a man who every night got up at around about 4 o'clock in the morning. It's a busy surgical ward. He was kind of wandering about, wouldn't settle at all, wanted to go to his work. The nursing staff, they tried to get him to go back to his bed. They explained to him it was only 4 in the morning, it was too early to get up. He just wouldn't settle, but looking at his Getting to Know Me pack, we found that he actually used to work down the coal mines, and he was used to getting up all his life about 3:30 in the morning and leaving for his work round about 4:30. So we understood why he was doing it, and that he wasn't going to go back to his bed, because that's what he was used to, that's what he always did. So we just kind of walked round the ward with him, spoke to him, tried to divert his attention, and eventually he did settle down.
Look, you've got a daughter and you've got a son, and how are they doing? You get grandkids, what are they doing? And distracting. And she relaxed, and she went and got a wee cup of tea. She relaxed just with the knowledge. I knew something about her. She felt a connection there. I wasn't a stranger anymore.
The project was initiated due to the clinical needs that we were seeing in terms of addressing the needs of people with dementia admitted in general hospitals in Aberdeen, and also by various policy documents which came through in late 2000 about addressing the needs of older people with mental health problems, including dementia, in general hospitals. Some of the Royal College of Psychiatry documents prompted the need for improving the care of older people in the general hospitals, and that's what started this project.
When people are in acute care, obviously it's a very busy environment, that staff are dealing with acute medical problems, acute surgical problems. People who have dementia are in a strange environment. People who have dementia become disorientated very quickly. If they don't have familiar faces around them, they can become quite agitated and very distressed.
Well, our aim was to improve person-centred care within the acute general hospital for people with dementia, and also to improve the awareness of members of staff working within the acute general hospital on dementia, and so that it improves the overall care for people who come into the general hospital with various other comorbid physical illnesses, but also have underlying dementia or other mental health problems as they come into the hospital.
From the family's point of view, it enables the family to get a bit of a respite away from the wards if it's necessary. From a staffing point of view, I can support the staff with challenging behaviour while the patient's on the ward, so that can be quite important. I can also enable the patient to leave the ward for short periods of time. Sometimes just a change of environment is enough just to settle that patient when they're within the acute ward.
The reason for our journey was the appointment of a new consultant who had a subspeciality interest in dementia and delirium. So that's when our journey did begin. We had to change the ward culture because the client group in the ward was changing. We had to implement training on the ward. This did take a long time. We did face some challenges and some barriers from the staff and some negative thoughts but being able to provide the support to the staff and implement the training, we were able to build the staff's confidence and to be able to give them the strength to deliver these high standards of care to the patients that suffer from dementia.
From this, obviously, we wanted to have patient satisfactory, like patient flow and experience for patients and relatives within the ward environment. The staff also to be able to arise to challenging behaviours and actually deal with it appropriately. That the patients and the relatives have confidence in the staff that are dealing, and they actually know what they're doing, and the relatives could go away feeling that their patients, their mother, their father is safe. Patients, again, I think they feel better cared for as well. Again, that the staff are able to give them the care and compassion that they should be deserving and as an individual, and not grouped or labelled as anything as maybe has been seen in the past.
It's a calming environment, pastel coloured walls in the corridors and in the rooms. The ward is also a lot bigger. We have various signage for the toilets, bright yellow signage, which helps towards dementia patients. We've learned all these things through our knowledge, through our training, what to put in place to make this type of patient have a better journey through their admission, so we can care for them a lot better.